This community update was brought to you by U-Radio. Over the past few years, education institutes have debated best practices to address the decline in literacy rates across Canada. Follow this two-part segment that explores literacy within the Winnipeg School Division, how staff and educators are working to inspire and engage students in reading and writing, and how students are motivating themselves to become better readers. At a normal day at Wolseley School, students engage in their lessons and head outside to enjoy the spring air. Principal Brian Rogowski helps lead the goal of fostering a love of reading and writing for all students at the nursery to grade 6 school. He says engaging that love of literacy is important as it's a fundamental element of the human experience.
You know, literacy, reading, writing, viewing, speaking, listening, all of it is really communication. And that's what we do with each other and with our families, with our students. It's all about communication.
Developing these skills early sets students up for success in their academic careers. In the available provincial data, in the Grade 3 Reading and English competency from fall 2023, 44.6% of students met expectations. In Grade 8 Reading Comprehension in English from January 2024, 51.8% of students met mid-grade performance. For younger students, Rogowski says one thing they've identified is the level of skills students retain by the following school year.
So when kids have a 2-month break from school, we're not guaranteed that kids are reading every day in the summer. There's lots of other activities that kids are involved with. You know, they're going camping with their families, they're going on trips, they have lots of fun activities planned. So we do expect maybe some strategies are forgotten and they need reminders in the fall, but that's just how we do business, and we know that that's something that we need to pay attention to.
However, a loss of skills over a summer break isn't the only barrier that students may face. R.B. Russell Vocational School in Winnipeg's inner city has noticed that the closures caused by COVID and ongoing life circumstances can cause students to fall behind. Teacher and acting librarian Andrew Crawford has built R.B. Russell's library as a gathering place, increasing literacy in his school community to help address disparities in student education.
I think we have to be realistic of meeting students where they are. That may sound like a cliche in some ways, but it's actually quite true, and it has to be true, and you have to believe it if you're going to work in a school in the inner city. You have to meet students where they are, and so that means if their literacy is quite low, it does no good to bemoan it and say, oh, well, I'm going to give them something that's appropriate at their age level anyway. Well, their age level may be what it be biologically, but where their mind is and where their reading capability is, that's where you're going to find them.
Crawford says that the library space acts as a launch pad for a lot of extracurricular activities and helps students get back on track academically.
It is an academic hub for students to get the help they need, predominantly in math and English, right? So we have a lot of credit recovery activities, students that maybe have missed time due to initially COVID, but also to any other life circumstances. They come back, they need to get back on track academically. This is a place it happens. It's a soft space, a soft landing for many students that maybe don't start in September right away. They need to get started somewhere, catch up academically.
Crawford says that if you want to help students reach an expected reading level, you must first foster a culture where students identify as readers. He says long-term literacy and engagement will follow by promoting critical reading and writing through natural conversations and allowing students to explore themselves.
If they will imbibe the notion that they are a reader, then you have a strong foothold. You can go anywhere from that foundation if they consider themselves a reader, and then so you start building them up in any way you want. For me, the way I would build them up from, say, a lower reading level to whatever I want to get them the reading level I imagine they should be at, it would be through engagement, it'd be through suggestions, it's through being just present, and you have to exude the excitement for reading yourself. You have to be an excited reader.
Mulvey School, an elementary school in Wolseley, has found that students will want to learn by creating a space where they feel excited to go. Sarah Jane Hake, a library technician trainee, has turned the library around in less than a year, updating their collection. Since revamping the space into a dedicated, welcoming destination, students have shown enthusiasm and a sense of ownership.
It's really brought, I think, a level of enthusiasm because they feel they belong in the space. And they know that there are libraries everywhere that they belong in, that are community hubs, not just a shelf with books. So they've really embraced the whole concept.
The variety of literature is also important, says Heek, with stories exploring diverse histories and experiences.
A big concept for the library world, librarians, is open windows, sliding doors. Kids getting an opportunity to see themselves in the books that are represented in their library, so that they're connecting with the literature that's on the shelf, and knowing that it validates them, that they know that if they're in a book and they are visible there, that they are of value to this community. And so that's something we really are putting a lot of effort into, is making sure that we have books that represent everyone.
For their efforts, when looking at data in Mulvey School, with a dedicated staff member in the library, the number of circulated books students have been taking out has gone from 188 to over 1,000 in the past year alone. Looking again at Wolseley School, Rogowski advocates for parental modeling for reading habits. He says this helps encourage students and can help them maintain their reading momentum outside of the classroom.
We don't have to be the perfect reader, but we can still enjoy reading, and we can show that to our kids. Our kids are constantly watching us, and they will parrot what we do. So if we're enjoying a book, for maybe half an hour in the evening, your kids are going to notice that, and they're going to see that you're enjoying reading, and then they're going to want to enjoy it as well.
Rogowski notes that encouraging youth to read also fosters their ability to write and gives them confidence, preparing them for the future.
We do a really great job of that tier 1 approach, where we're providing really rich, engaging experiences for students to both read and write about. Because literacy, it's important. Often we forget about the writing aspect of literacy, and we focus on the reading. But I really think that writing needs to be highlighted in this as well, because that's how we give our kids voice as well.
From these 3 schools, a picture has been painted of the efforts taken to foster literacy in students, efforts to engage them early, and for those who may be struggling, giving them an opportunity to find joy in it again. In the second part of this series, we'll explore how students perceive these experiences and what drives them. You're listening to U Radio, where diverse voices connect. Stay tuned for more stories and insights that matter. With U Multicultural and the Local Journalism Initiative, I'm Ryan Funk.